and Technology versus Willie Cater.
Good morning, Your Honor. Willie Case.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ron Ruark for the plaintiff.
All right. And where are we on this?
That's a bench trial this morning, Your Honor.
Have you guys resolved it or no?
We have not resolved it, Your Honor.
All right.
I'm asking for 1 week adjournment, Your Honor, because from my understanding, I'm not I ain't ignorant to the law or nothing, but the last paperwork that I had got, it said pre-trial on it. And before Mr. Rourke here had got it, I guess he was out of town and he came and asked for adjournment like a day before. And then it went off into this one here. So when I called up here yesterday, the lady said, no, you have a bench trial today. And I'm like, no, the last paperwork I got in, it said pre-trial today.
When was that?
When we were supposed to come on the 10th. Mr. Rourke had of this month here, but I guess Mr. Rourke was out of town. And he the one that asked for the adjournment. He had called me, got in touch with me and said he's going to ask for adjournment until because he was out of town and he wouldn't be in court on the 10th.
Your Honor, I have the notice to appear in front of me. It's dated October the 12th. It says for non-jury trial today at 9 o'clock.
I'm talking about the one before this one. I'm not talking about this one.
I'm before that.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cater. One before that, I think, says non-jury trial also.
No, it says pre.
I'm looking right at it. From the 10th, from September 29th. It says non-jury trial.
That we supposed to came on the 10th? It says pre-trial on my paper. Because that's where I know.
Where's the paper that says pre-trial?
I don't have it on me, Your Honor. I don't have it at all.
Because if it came from the court, that didn't happen. Because I'm looking at the copy.
I don't know if I do this one up front.
I'm looking at the copy right here, September 29th that we issued it.
Mm-hmm.
It says non-jury trial, October 10th, 2023, 9 a.m.
Well, that's
the next sheet is the stipulation in order to adjourn the trial from the 10th, and it is ordered that this adjourned until following time. And then we set it for October 24th, 9 a.m. in person. That was the order I signed, and it says on there that the trial in this matter.
Oh, well, forgive me for being
that date. Hold on,
forgive me,
because I got more. On October 12th, it's indicating the court then sent a notice, and that notice indicates that this is set for non-jury trial.
Only reason I asked that, Your Honor, is because my evidence is in my phone that's broke, and it won't be back to tomorrow. Fix the screen, like everything I have in that phone from the conversations I done had with my landlord of all the repairs that have to be done to say these repairs are not just coming up before, even though you ordered them about the repairs, and then she sent a repair guy over to fix a few little things. The most important stuff that had to be fixed, the leaking since in the basement and the water coming down and leaking to where my son has all of his stuff downstairs in his little room. You know, all of that still has been unresolved. So they did come over there and did a doorknob, fixed the stair and all of that there, and sent the court the paper that the maintenance guy had done the work. But still, the majority of the work, it hasn't been done. The most important stuff, I could have lived with the doorknob and all of that, but the most important stuff, it's like there's no air or heat that gets upstairs to my house, period. My whole main floor will be like right now, the whole main floor is heated up. You go upstairs when that temperature drop, it's just like you standing outside still. In the summertime, whole main floor has air conditioning to it. You go upstairs, it's like you're outside in the sauna. And I have all of these conversations. Yes, sir.
Mr. Creator?
Yes, sir.
How come you haven't complied with the court's escrow order?
With the $1,200? Because I had put $600 in Miss Linda's account. And then before I even put it in the court, and I've worked for Ford and we're on strike. My plant, Michigan Assembly, was the first plant to go on strike. You know, so if I have to put something in escrow, I just ask Your Honor to give me 1 week to put it in escrow, but I'm asking just to have get my evidence.
I ordered escrow over a month ago.
For the 12? You said for the $1,200, am I correct? And I put $6 in her account, and I asked her, can I get it back to put it to the court? So she told me no, because it was already in their account. because I had put it in when you had ordered the escrow. I put it in her account that day.
Your Honor, my client acknowledges a payment of $600.
Yeah,
The other $600 payment, that check bounced.
because it was $4 short.
Now, Mr. Cater owes $14,100
I
in
don't
rent.
think that's an accurate number, Your
7
Honor.
months of rent. He hasn't paid since, he paid March pursuant to the last court order. He hasn't paid April through October, except for the $600, which he's been credited with.
Your client hasn't fixed nothing since April.
I would also point out, Your Honor.
You know, your
that-
client hasn't fixed the essential stuff.
Mr. Cater,
Yes, sir.
I listened to you.
Yes, sir.
You were not interrupted.
Yes, sir.
So the way it works here is when he's speaking, you will not interrupt. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, we've been litigating these matters, evictions. This is the third eviction since July of 2022. It wasn't until the eve of the trial in this case that Mr. Cater complained about any repairs that needed to be made. And now he's using that as an excuse not to pay his rent at the 11th hour. We're asking for a judgment of possession in the amount of $14,100, $160 in court costs, for total judgment of possession for $14,260. That's 7 months rent.
Can I respond on Your Honor?
And for the first 6 months of the rent, Your Honor, he said nothing about repairs that needed to be made.
These repairs has been talked about with being a landlord for a year now better. I mean, that's why I say I have all the evidence. I have the text. We have talked and she knows
Mr.
this.
Cater,
Yes, sir.
I'm not adjourning the trial. You guys will either work it out or we're gonna have a trial today. You haven't given me any reason to. You're telling me something shows that it is a pretrial notice. I have
Okay.
no pretrial notice.
What I'm asking, Your Honor, is that I have get my evidence. They're in here with all their evidence, and she's in here with her lawyer. I can come in here and contradict everything he's saying. Because I can get it, I can show you, I can get it printed out. Only thing is my phone has broken, which I can't get it tomorrow. I didn't ask for the adjournment on the 10th. They did. I was ready because I had my phone at that point. You understand, Your Honor, to show you, Your Honor, that what I'm talking about is factual, is the truth.
Mr. Cater, had you complied with the escrow order, I may not have a problem. You have not complied with any order that I've issued here.
Your Honor, I could pay the money in escrow tomorrow. Guaranteed you. Yes, I guarantee. I'm on strike, Your Honor. Hey, we only getting between $400 some and $500 some a week now. And that's
Mr. Cater, you were supposed to put the money in escrow prior to now.
And I gave her half of the money. Put $600 in her account.
Then where's the other half?
I can have it to you tomorrow, Your Honor.
Well, you gave 600, but then
Yes.
600 that bounced, right?
Yeah, it was
So-
$4 short in the account.
Okay, but the $4 didn't get made up and given to her.
No.
Right? Okay. Then that was what, for September?
I'm leading up into October, yes, sir.
And then I don't have October rent in escrow. And I'm all the way through October now.
Mhm.
So why would I adjourn this?
So I can show the court and Your Honor that I can put what I can in escrow tomorrow, Your Honor. How much they gave me, I probably have $1,100, who knows? But I'm just telling you, my evidence is pure. I understand that what she's saying, and the only way she sent the repair guy out there is because you ordered them to. Other than that, it wouldn't have been seen. Because these repairs have been going on now for over a year. And this is what his client knows. I didn't just come in here and start
Cater.
making and asking up for
Cater.
repairs to be done.
Mr. Cater. We'll be having a trial today.
At what time, Your Honor?
You know what?
No,
You
I'm
better-
just, I'm
no, you-
trying to get
Mr.
some
Cater.
understanding.
Mr. Cater, check yourself. You do not address me that way.
Yes,
Ever,
sir.
ever. I'm going to pass. No, don't ever.
Okay.
I'm going to pass the matter for a half an hour. That way you can figure out if you can get your evidence. And you can figure out
Not
how
gonna
you're
be
going
able
to
to
conduct how you're going to.
I'm not gonna
do
be-
not interrupt me, Mr. Cater. I'm going to handle some of these other matters. Figure out how to get your evidence, get it in here, and we're going to have a trial.
We might as well go, not that we might as well just go ahead, Your Honor, because I'm not gonna have my phone out the shop until
Then
tomorrow.
maybe what you ought to do,
You know,
is maybe you can go with counsel and try to arrange something and try to work it out. But we're having a trial today.
Your Honor, may I? I just put an offer of settlement on the record for the possession purposes only. I'm willing to cut the judgment possession in half down to $7,000 even. So if he only pays $7,000, he'll stay. He can put the other $7,000 into repairs if he wants to and bill my client. But that's our offer of settlement. I'll cut it in half for possession only.
You want time to think about that, Mr. Hayden? What do you want me to do? What would be his redemption period?
He'd have to, today is what, the 24th?
Are you giving 10 days?
I could give him 14 days.
yes, sir, I'll take that. You pay the 7,000, 14 days.
There'll be no
You
court
guys-
costs added.
You guys write it up.
Okay,
I'll sign off on it.
yes,
I'll
sir.
call you back up when you have it written up and everybody's signed off.
I think I'll have to get a judgment of possession from the court, Your Honor, blank one.
Okay, there's probably some up front. I'm not in my courtroom. There's probably some up front. Front kind of.
All
All
right,
right, let me know when you're ready.
thanks, Your Honor.
I have before me a possession judgment and possession judgment by consent. Total amount is $7,000 to retain possession. Gives the defendant until November 7th, 2023 to do that or vacate the premises. Could be liable for money damages and additional rent. Acceptance of partial payment will not prevent the issuance of the order of eviction, and no money judgments entered at this time. And it also indicates that MCR 4.201I has been explained.
Actually, I was gonna rely on the court to explain that.
All right, very good. All right. As far as the judgment, Mr. Cater, is that your understanding of the judgment?
Yes, sir.
All right. Court would also, and the court will sign off on this judgment. Court would also indicate to you, Mr. Cater, that you have 3 business days to think about this judgment, since this is judgment by consent. If there is some legal reason, some misunderstanding as to your right, or some right you believe you didn't assert, you'd have to file a motion within those 3 business days. I want it clearly understood. That doesn't mean that the court would grant that judgment to set this aside, or grant that order to set it aside, or your motion to set it aside. But you have those 3 business days to do that. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, if he does bring that motion, will he be required to pay a month rent into escrow?
On that motion, that's unclear by the court rule, so I can't necessarily require it. But if it were brought, there would be an expedited hearing given the circumstances.
Good enough, Your Honor.